coincidentally, it's kind of lined up with the things that you need.
Isn't it weird that we're the only adult mammals who still drink milk?
Well, we don't drink it from the
the other mammals quit drinking milk.
I'm sure if those mammals could get, I can give a dog milk. If I put milk in a saucer, a dog will come by and drink and say, "Thank you." Haven't had this forever.
That's real. It's good the dogs around here still talk.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. This is the Gascaprunagades podcast, also known as the Trailcast. I'm your host, Levi Black Eagle, and we are going to go on an adventure. So lace up them shoes, grease up those nipples, and put some Band-Aids on those ass cheeks, and let's talk running. Trail running. The Gascaprunagades podcast. Trailcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another glorious episode of the Trailcast with the Gascaprunagades. My name is Levi Black Eagle. With me, as always, is Dr. Esquire himself, Jason Cummins.
Hello, How Jason. The heck are you?
I'm all right. How you doing?
Pretty snazzy.
Pretty snazzy?
Snazzy.
Snazes.
Snazes.
My opening notes were, how the G Willikers are you?
G Willikers, huh?
G Willikers.
You think G Willikers is upset when you say his name all the time?
Is the name Goldstein Willikers?
Shout out G.
Yeah, shout out to G. I hope you're doing better, feeling better. We're all sending positive thoughts and vibes your way.
And the fam. Huh?
Yeah, and the fam.
Yeah. Good recovery.
Good recovery. So what'd you think of last week's episode?
It's pretty good. I'm going to have to really watch my facial features since we're recording now.
Yeah, I forgot we're recording. These hairs always pop out. I got to fix them.
Your hairs always pop out?
Yeah. One of the curses of having long hair.
Oh, geez. I wish I had that.
You can still grow hair a lot.
Is that curse? Problem. Big old puffs right there. Huh? It was a good episode last week talking about a healthy mental mindset for running, kind of, and just how it applies to life. And, yeah. I
listened to it a couple times.
Uh-huh.
I listened to it twice. I guess I watched it twice, too. Enjoyed all of them.
We kept trying to insert a picture right here.
I had it on my editor, and I don't know, I must have just exported the wrong sequence or the wrong project panel, and
maybe we found out you're not supposed to make fun of him.
Maybe that was just it. So
I have to do a giveaway.
I found out I was making fun of not making fun of, but
teasing, friendly teasing.
I was joining Jason in his jesting of one of my clan there.
Putting it on me. Teasing my little brother, and you're joining me.
Yeah.
One of my little brothers. So
I think we've mentioned clan stuff a few times. Joey, highlight that real quick. So people are, maybe sure. I don't think everybody's crow or understands what a clan system is. Do you want to take a stab at it, or should I do it?
Go ahead.
So we have a clan system within our crow culture, and there's 7 clans, right? Or there was a lot, and a lot of them kind of got lost away or based.
Some of them are extinct.
Sometimes when the numbers of the people within the clan would go down, they would kind of get enveloped into their sister clan or their clan adjacent, however you want to say it. So anyhow, we have Whistling Water, Greasy Mouth, Ties a Bundle, Bad Word Eats,
Pegan, Big Lodge, Newly Made
Lodge,
Sore Lip.
Who
am I forgetting? Skipquick. Did you say that already?
Yeah, I did. So those are like the main ones we have right now, correct? So how the clan system?
Somebody.
If we forgot, I'm not the doctor here. We have.
If I knew we were going to talk about this, I could have got ready.
Me too. Well, I didn't think about it. I think we mentioned clans a few times. So just for clarify for all our.
So some people you're not supposed to visit without a respect. You kind of leave them be, and some people you get to poke fun at.
Yeah. So here's how it works.
Others you're supposed to respect.
What clan you are is dependent on what your parents are. So since I myself, you have 2 clans. Your main clan, then you're the child of the next clan. My dad was a Whistling Water, so I become a Whistling Water kid. my mother was a greasy mouth, so I become greasy mouth.
So then you get to tease all the other Whistling Water kids.
Whistling Water kids. But greasy mouth kids, I am their clan father. So I'm your papa.
It changes a lot of dynamics.
Yeah. So when I give away to a Whistling Water,
mm-hmm.
But Whistling Water kids are open game. So Bruce is a Whistling Water, so technically he's my clan father.
Is he your clan father?
Yeah.
Technically. How does that work? Like if you're good buddies with somebody growing up, and then all of a sudden they pull out the pop card on you.
It's whatever's convenient at the moment. Is what I've heard.
It's all in proximity of relationship, huh?
Yeah, you gotta read the room.
I think so. We're really ours were actually Sore Lip clan, but there isn't too many of us, so we were kind of we use Greasy Mouth too because we're like, I don't know if it's the proper term, sister clan, but we're kind of adopted by that clan.
Yeah,
and it sucks because when they made the Crow language app, they forgot us. They put some clans in there. They didn't put Newly Mate Lodge or the Sore Lips in there.
Oh, that's right, huh?
Darn you.
Let's go. Let's get it in there. How do we do that? Who do we got to talk to?
Have to update the app.
Let's update the app with some new slang words too.
Like what?
I don't know. I don't even know. All the ones
I know some Crow slang words.
Is there Crow slang?
Goods.
Yeah. Herbs.
What else? Eebs.
I don't know. Isn't there some words that they just kind of shortened it down?
Like Yabaj?
I think so. And oh my God, what was it? Why can't I think of it?
It was a lie. It was a lie.
There's probably a reason why I can't.
Whenever we're gonna lie, it kind of falls out of your head.
Yeah. Something along those lines. Well, anyhow, I hope you appreciated that little culture lesson today, and take it with you. Put it in your next paper. Here we go.
Put it in your book.
Be Udajik.
What?
I'm a greasy
mouth. I thought you said Buttigieg. That guy running.
I said I was trying to get 2 plates, but I actually said that I'm pregnant. So the story was, I'm not going to name names, but there was a person who was at a feed, and he was getting plates, but he was going to get 2, even though there wasn't 2 of them. But one was for his spouse. So what he said was, he was trying to say in Crow, "There's 2 of me," but the way he said it, instead he ended up saying in Crow that I'm pregnant, which is why he needed 2 plates.
Is that how you say it? I don't know how to say it.
Neither do I, but I know that.
She said he was pregnant. That's a good one.
Oh man, how come it seems like all the Crow language faux pas kind of end up in something kind of really funny?
They're funny.
It's not like if he said I don't know how to explain it. It seemed like they put the words together very similar, where the other one is just really, really bad, a really bad thing to say. You know what I mean? You always almost accidentally say something borderline perverse.
In English, it sounds that way, but in Crow, I don't think it's perverse. There's no bad words in Crow. Just the English language has bad words.
Yep, just the English language. Okay, so Jason.
Yes.
What's your race motto? Do you have a race motto?
My race motto?
Mm-hmm.
My race motto is, I don't have a race motto.
Give me trails or give me death. Wasn't that our motto?
Oh, that's Scott's.
But he got that from us, did he?
I don't know.
Remember we said we needed a motto?
Is that his motto?
And he said, "What's a motto?" And I said, "What's a motto with you?"
What's a motto?
Then he said, the Runagade should have a motto. I said, "What?" We started brainstorming, and we were like, "Give me trails or give me death." And
oh yeah, I forgot that is.
Scott just started yelling it that one day.
Started yelling it real loud while he was like on his 21st mile.
I'm glad he was way ahead of us, so we could barely hear it because he was belting it out every single time we'd see him.
I was kind of scared when I heard that. Yeah. What's your race motto?
Give me trails or give me death.
Is it?
It's a bit extreme, but
that's your motto?
We were talking about state mottos, weren't we?
Oh, yeah. What's the Montana motto?
Oro y plata. Gold and silver.
What's the North Dakota motto?
Don't tread on me.
Is it?
Oil and
Oil and what?
methane.
It's liberty and union, now and forever, one and inseparable.
Liberty and union. Hey, does the tribe have a motto?
Our tribe?
Yeah.
Yep.
What is it?
Our tribe's motto.
This coming election, we need to get a motto in there.
Our
somehow.
motto is, we're still here, in your face.
In your face. It should just be in your face. Do you remember that being the best thing to say?
And then we shortened it to like face.
Face. Hey, we did, huh?
Kind of make a 3-pointer. Face. Then pretty soon it was like DZAT.
Was it?
In your face.
That one. I saw, did we see a funny post, Ryan's motto? Did you want to?
Ryan, what's your motto? He just now sent it to me, which is why we're thinking of mottos.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say it.
What did he say? He had a shirt that said,
my new race motto.
his new race motto is, I DNF that.
That's a good shirt.
We need to post that. I wonder if you let us post that.
I'll get it permission.
Okay.
That's a good shirt. I thought that a few times. Like, I'd sign up for that huge race and give it a shot.
Yeah, we find a new race. What do you
Better
think?
to try it and fail than to stay home and watch Mulan.
Yeah. Did you watch Mulan?
Yes.
What'd you think?
I was waiting for that little dragon to show up.
Mufu? What's the name?
Mushu. He never showed up.
Is Eddie Murphy the only one who voiced two popular? Oh wait, Shrek isn't Disney, is it? Is Shrek Disney?
I don't know, but in the new Mulan,
Mm-hmm.
Shrek doesn't make it.
Shrek wasn't there either.
He doesn't make it.
The heck is Shrek doing in here? That'd be real good for this army, though. But I liked it. Me and the wife's a really big fan of Mulan, and we made the boys watch the cartoon. Then
There was once. Go ahead.
and they enjoyed it. So then they were excited. We had a little movie night out there in the living room on Friday, and it was good times.
Didn't you fall asleep?
Pop some popcorn right there at the tail end. I was tired.
Couldn't hang out anymore, huh?
I can do it. I turned into my dad. I'm just sitting there falling asleep during movies.
There was the last few movies when the movie theater's still open. I just crashed out.
Mm-hmm. Just sitting there, just sawing logs. But I didn't feel bad because Rocade was the same way. But we got back home kind of late, and we were just gonna say, okay, let's do it. Let's just watch this tomorrow. But the boys were excited. We said you were gonna watch Mulan, so we had to get it all set up. We didn't start playing the movie till like 11.
It was pretty cool. The fighting.
It was pretty action packed.
Yep.
That
I
was,
always forget this is a trail cast.
and I was looking at the mountains in there. Look pretty runnable.
Yeah, they look pretty in the snow, huh?
I was thinking about that. Part of their training was going up those stairs.
Uh-huh.
I could probably make it up the stairs. I don't think I'd make it carrying those buckets of
yeah.
water.
That's pure fiction right there.
There might be a hint of truth. I think Shaolin monks do stuff like that.
I read a book about, I forgot what it was called, but this guy went and stayed with them.
Mm-hmm.
American Kung Fu, I don't know, but he went and actually lived with some Shaolin monks. It was pretty interesting story.
Any tidbits, sidebars, anything? Gems, jewels?
Just went over there, and one thing they told him, I guess he was really sore, and they laughed at him, because to them, being sore shouldn't be a...
To them, is pain, weakness leaving the body?
I don't know. But being sore isn't something that you should baby.
Yeah.
Just get over it. And they had him doing like frog jumps all over the temple and stretching him out. And they talked about iron kung fu. It was pretty crazy.
Iron Kung Fu? What book is this? I want to peruse it. Is there a movie?
I don't think there's a movie, but like these guys hit the same spot like this with their hand, and their hand gets like all calloused and iron supposedly.
Oh,
and they have different weird things.
Nice. Those guys are tough.
Perverse.
They're perverse?
No.
What?
Some of the kung fu seems pretty dangerous.
Oh. Maybe that was the basis for that 1980s movie, American Ninja.
Yeah, there's like the different methods.
Mm-hmm.
Some different iron kung fu methods that you need to search.
Do you know what I found out today?
Huh.
That Jean-Claude Van Damme, they approached him and asked him if he wanted to be the center of the video game Mortal Kombat. So instead of Johnny Cage, they actually wanted Jean-Claude Van Damme's likeness and him to be kind of promote it.
Yeah.
but he passed.
Should have did it.
Yeah, because Johnny Cage does the splits and punches groins anyhow, like he did on Bloodsport.
So those are his moves on that game?
Yeah, they kind of modeled it after him. And Mortal Kombat's still around, and Jean-Claude is hanging in there. He probably could have been like
Steven Seagal. Or just
I don't know why they didn't go after Steven Seagal after that.
I don't know.
Did you ever notice in Steven Seagal's movies he never got beat up? Like everybody else, they'd kind of take a licking and kind of come back, and they'd get punched, but he never got beat up. Seemed like they never even touched him. It was always pretty irritating.
Ate his Wheaties.
I think that was just in his contract. I think he was just kind of like that.
Didn't want to get beat up in the movie?
You can't touch me. You can't mess up my hair.
So as Bruce Lee was supposed to get beat by Robin, because the Green Hornet and Bruce Lee.
Oh, yeah.
And he just refused, and he intimidated Robin. I guess the actor Robin was just scared. And
it's probably because they're wearing those little tights.
Anyways, at the end, the Green Hornet. What was Kato?
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Lee was Kato in the Green Hornet.
Yeah.
So they changed the script to make sure Bruce Lee didn't lose, and it ended in a draw.
Can you imagine having that kind of like clout or cachet, however you want to say it? If there's a movie based on this, I think he might do that. You can't portray me in this light.
I'll be like, edit this,
edit
that.
I'm really fast. Make sure I'm fast when you show us running, and then we're doing this podcast.
Kind of speed me up a little bit.
Move my legs a little faster.
Turn that filter on.
1.5. Do you remember when we played back our podcast at half speed? And it sounded like
it's really funny sounding out when you played it at half speed. Georgia, baby.
It sounded like we had a. Sound like we had something.
Are you gonna play this at half speed right now?
Maybe I will. Stop what you're doing right now. Play it at half speed right now, and we got to be saying something though. What do you want to hear?
What would you say?
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
I think if you speak it real fast though.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
No, but if played in half speed, it's going to sound normal.
Okay.
Rubber baby buggy. Anyhow, running news. Got any? I don't have any.
Running news. Oh, went to the crazies this weekend.
How was that?
The bro, my nephew, and my son.
You guys have been out. You guys have been getting out quite a bit.
It was nice. Went up there and we beat the snow. There was a lot of people out there, and it's cool. I sure enjoyed spending time.
Is that where you were going when I passed you on the interstate?
Oh no, that was the next day when.
Oh, okay, yeah, because it snowed that day.
Our district, where our kids go to school, we are part of a grant where everyone gets free lunch, and
yeah,
it's nice to see all the folks out there spending their foodie card, because everyone got a foodie card.
And I have 3 kids, so I still have a lot left.
Cashed in.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy some
foodies.
I think my kids want some snow crab legs. I think they should have gave us. I think they should have gave us the old space bucks. Those are cool.
Oh, the old food stamps.
Yeah, I'd take those.
Yeah,
it'd be fun.
When you're on them things, you can buy name brand foods, and then when you're on a budget, you get Sam's Choice. Or what's the Costco kind, or what's the Walmart kind?
Great
Sam's
Value.
Choice, huh?
No, it's Great Value, isn't it?
Great Value.
I think it is. Sam's Club is. I don't know. Great Value, I think.
But yeah, we went and did that, and yeah, we did get out a few times. It was nice.
What'd you guys get there?
And Clement took 9th in that race he did.
Mm-hmm. Was he pretty excited about that?
He was fast.
Did he go there to do the race, or did he get there to say, just jump in?
I tucked him into signing up.
Uh-huh.
Him and his son signed up, and man, he's fast. I ran over that mountain and past some guys wearing all their special gear and spandex. Some of them guys really had the what do you call them? Tight socks that are real tall. Compression socks.
Yeah.
Kind of ran by them guys.
Was he wearing his Air Max?
He's wearing that. I took 8th in mine, the 15Ks. Uh-huh. And then on the way back, I forgot to tell you this.
Yep.
We seen Kanye West's home.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you know it's Kanye West's home?
Because right up front it says the Westlake.
Oh.
And it kind of had security there with you just know if the demographic of people there in Wyoming.
Which way?
It has to be Kanye's home.
Which way did you guys drive through?
Leaving Matitsi going to Cody. I'm pretty sure that was it. I think it was it. There were some weird domes in front of it.
Okay, so if you're passing Cody and you get outside Cody, but you're going to Yellowstone, you didn't go that way, right?
No.
Okay, so if you leave Cody and go to Yellowstone, there in the middle of a field, there's a big boy statue. Did you ever see that?
What's a big boy statue?
Remember Big Boy's Burger, or I think it was JB's?
It's kind of a plaid shirt on? Or am I thinking of...
And he kind of has like a hair look.
Oh, I was thinking of Paul Bunyan.
And he's kind of sounding like this. Austin, Dr. Evil flew off in one.
Okay, yeah.
That
is
statue,
it just out in the middle of nowhere?
Out in the middle of a field. It's real big too, like real randomly, like a hay field. I was driving by, kind of looking out the window. What the? Am I seeing things? I was like rubbing my eyes, and no, there's a big boy statue out there. So if someone's cruising around, take a picture and send it to us.
Yeah, big boy statue.
Because I've been seeing, we'll talk about something, and we'll randomly get a picture of something that correlates with stuff that we're talking about.
Because your phone's listening.
I bet you I'm gonna get big boy stuff on my Facebook feed now.
Well, yeah, that's about Montana Marathon's coming up in a few weeks. Half marathon, 10K. That's coming
Is it
up.
still a go?
It's still a go. The social distancing guidelines are pretty strict on the races I have seen, which is good.
Did they say you can't pass anybody?
Supposedly they put on their masks when they do that.
Mm-hmm.
But some people wore their mask the whole race on the races I've seen. And
at work, I've been finding it easier to just leave it on.
I leave it on. I laughed at people who were driving their car with wearing a mask, but then pretty soon I was like, I don't want to take it off to put it back on again. So I just get in the car and start driving. Don't even take my mask off.
How I relax by taking it off is I'll poke my nose out.
Is that how you take a mask break?
That's a mask. It's a mask hard 5.
It's pretty serious, but wearing a mask will help.
Mm-hmm.
Wear your mask. Don't be a mask.
Don't be a... What's a good mask thingy?
Mask hole.
A mask hole?
Yeah.
Don't be a mask hole.
Don't be a mask hole.
Yeah, because there'll be times where I'll jump up and run out of the room and I'll have to run back. I'm like, oh, I forgot my mask. And it's worse when you make it to your destination. I don't want to be a
mask hole. Is that what you just said?
No. I forgot my mask. I need to keep a couple extra, like on my hips.
Like a mask holster?
Like with my kind of
like a dispenser?
Yeah, or something. We need mask dispensers just kind of strewn throughout the facility. Like plastic bag things, but it's a mask. $1 million idea there. You're welcome, folks. Good.
Yeah, there you go. I think that's Montana Marathon's coming up.
Are you signed up for it?
You and Scott signed me up for it last year, and then remember I got hurt.
How did we sign you up for it?
Huh?
How did we sign you up for it?
You guys bought me
Oh, did we?
Yeah, I remember I lost it. I lost my entry fee money, and then...
Oh, that's right.
Somebody found it and returned it to me in the mail.
Man, that was really nice.
That was nice of them to do that.
Because you only had it for what?
I had
5 minutes?
Gift for like a couple minutes and it disappeared. Dropped it on the floor and...
Can you imagine that? Finding an envelope full of money and tracking the person down?
Yeah, that's pretty good of them.
Samaritan. Huh? There's still good people out there, people.
Yeah.
Be one of them.
Be one of them.
I probably would have took a convenience fee.
Convenience fee?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I should have given them a convenience. But they let me keep my registration for the following year.
Okay.
So hopefully I'll get to do the run.
Wait a minute, you didn't do it last year?
No, I didn't do it last year.
You got hurt?
Yep. Remember my sprain turned into like a little break?
Yeah. Okay.
And I was limping around, and it's kind of bothering me lately too, so
What?
I might need I'm going to go hopefully get an x-ray.
Okay. Well, hopefully it's nothing. Ice it, elevate it, keep it mobile, stable. I don't know. Tie your shoe real tight.
Tie my shoe real tight. Who's your primary care provider?
That's between me and
the IHS.
That's HIPAA violation.
The IHS. I don't have one. I don't think I've ever had one.
Neither did I till this year.
It's a weird question. They always say, "Who's your doctor?" I'm like, I don't know. Who's on shift? Like for 40 years, we've got these crazy. Oh, not crazy. They're gonna X-ray me, but we always got these interesting new fellows coming through and then leaving.
Technically, the physicians don't X-ray you. The X-ray tech does.
Okay. No offense. No, that's true. Sometimes we've got some crazy doctors coming through.
Yeah, because remember, didn't they believe you weren't hurting or something like that? Because you're wearing your Hey Dudes or something like that?
They're mad at me for wearing Toms.
Yeah.
They didn't believe I was injured.
Mm-hmm.
They x-rayed me and they're like, oh, yeah, you're real hurt. And I was like, that's why I'm here. They probably thought I was trying to score some painkillers or something.
They gave me a bunch one time, like twice. I think it was in dental where I had two extractions I had to go through. And I never used them. And I was scared. I felt like I was holding like drugs. I guess I was holding drugs, but like illegal drugs. And I don't know why I was holding them like this, but I was like,
I don't know why you're holding them like that either.
Anyway, I had to dispose of them stat.
One time I had walk-in pneumonia. I knew I couldn't breathe, and I kept going. And finally the doctor was like, "We can't do anything for you, so I'll give you some whatever the pain things were." And I'm like, "What are they gonna do?" So that's all I got. And he opened his cupboards, and the cupboards were empty. And I was like, "What?" He said, "I don't even got Band-Aids." I was like, "Dude, for real?" I start coughing and trying to choke, and it was scary. I think they have more supplies now.
When was this? 1950?
I want to say this was 8 years ago.
Jeez.
Yep, 8 years ago. 6.
What if he just gave you a little brown bottle with some X's on it? Drink this.
A little glass bottle. Anyways, but for real though, joking aside, there's some good healthcare providers over there. So sorry.
Mm-hmm. That's where I get all my stuff taken care of.
Yeah, that's where I go too.
PCP, primary care physician. Get it done. It's like having your own doctor. Good history. Build a rapport. Oh, remember that knee? You have knee problems, don't you? Oh, you're a runner. That's kind of stuff. Toenail?
I'd rather have a stranger working on me.
Why?
I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like,
You would trust a stranger with your body?
that didn't sound right. You know what I mean though? Like,
The inner workings? I guess different.
I don't know.
We all have our quirks and our.
I don't want people I
Piccadillos.
know looking in my mouth.
Hate when the.
When I was young, we got stitches. Me and Dylan took out my stitches. One time I got stitches and I said, I think these are ready to come out now. So he took them out for me.
Were they ready to come out?
They came out.
I had some stitches that they were supposed to dissolve and they never did because they were inside my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And when I would eat, like part of it kind of broke out. So like the loop, it was just a big old giant loop. So there's a big old lasso inside my mouth. So I had to like cut that. And it's scary cutting something inside your mouth when you're looking in the mirror because remember it's kind of like it doesn't move. It's like a mirror image. It was scary.
Especially when you're young and you can't get the your brain's moving backwards from the mirror image.
And the scissors I had were real tiny, but they're real super sharp. They're like for beating or something like that. I was like, I cut it and I slid out.
Oh, gross.
But yeah, got him out. Good to go.
It's about the running news we have though.
I made it up to Highlight Monday, Labor Day.
Yeah.
For a wedding.
Uh-huh.
And it was a blizzard. And it was like an outdoor wedding. That
pretty nice though.
It's going to make some pretty majestic pictures, I'll tell you that much.
I bet with the mountains there and the lake.
Yeah. I've never seen snowy mountain wedding pictures before.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I was videographer for it.
Uh-huh.
And I was cold, but I was hammering through, doing my job. They built a fire like around. There's like kind of like a little pavilion there that they moved it to, so they weren't completely exposed. And back where that fire was, holy cow, it was like 80 degrees back there, and everybody's. I felt like people were back there cheating. I was like,
it's pretty warm, huh?
It's so warm back here. Yeah, it's nice. And the guys were kind of eating this food. Like,
that sounds fun.
So they should have had the wedding back here. But yeah, good times up there in the mountains. Second time up there in 2 weeks. One of these days, I'm going to go up there and run the backbone. You got to show me where it's at.
Yeah, let's do it. That'll be fun. The right there by the lake. Did you go on that trail before?
Right on the lake?
I mean, right by Highlight. Is it reservoir or lake? Whatever it is.
Like,
but there's a trail right there. There's like the parking lot and that trailhead.
That big parking lot?
You can go back there, and it's pretty nice.
Do you go over that bridge?
No, the other way. Like the parking lot right there.
No, I mean that little. Do you walk over that bridge? from the parking
Unless
lot.
you can, I guess, but no. That's the way the Devil's Backbone, driving over that bridge.
No, I mean you can't drive over this bridge at all. It's like you're on a little walking path, and it turns into a little footbridge because that's where they take pictures.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I forgot about that part. Yep,
Yeah.
you go that way.
Oh, okay. Because there's a bunch of people going back there fishing in the blizzard, but none of them came back with anything.
We did that one, the last snow.
Yeah.
And it was pretty fun.
You went fishing?
No, we just ran on the trail. And I met a Cree from Michigan out there. Always meeting all sorts of people.
How far back does it go?
I don't know. I only went back about a few miles.
I wonder where it leads, huh?
Probably goes into the mountains.
Does it go deep into the
Probably goes into
the Yellowstone?
Probably. When we were back there on the Devil's Backbone, you could see Yellowstone Park. You could see Big Sky, just
Really?
way out in the middle of nowhere.
Because you guys climb quite a bit, right?
It was pretty scary.
Is that where was that? Remember Eric was telling us that first ultra he did? That was further north, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was like
Three Forks or something like that? Because then he said he just camped in his car out there.
Yep, somewhere out there.
A non-existent run anymore. We got to make sure we keep our runs going.
Yeah.
I think even if we have to make them virtual, we'll do that.
No.
Yeah.
Virtual?
Well, I don't know what's going to be going on here in the next. Just going to have waves.
I'll have waves, and we'll have to wear masks.
We'll make lanes, and you got to pick one that you got to run in. Those lanes are going to be 6 feet apart. Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
And we're going to stagger everybody to boot.
That's crazy.
But we'll have a timing chip, so we don't got to worry about timing. I think that'd be good.
No, that would be good.
So
How would they turn in the results? Just with a Nike app or Strava app or whatever they're using?
competitive timing. Keep track of everybody.
Okay.
Your time doesn't start until you go over the mat. Okay. So we are on episode 2 of our special this month.
Yeah.
And as of now, episode 1 hasn't come out yet.
Nope.
Which is weird.
Nope.
I don't think we ever recorded a episode without.
We're finally ahead of the curve.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Even
Let's
though
not make this a habit.
Normally right on time. Just kidding. Which is weird because you know how they do like TV shows and everything else? They do them all and then they release them. But we're just kind of firing from the hip as we go. Just kind of walk around.
It's organic.
It's natural.
It's organic.
And I think people gravitate towards that realism. We're not the polished show that you see on Joe Rogan.
What do you think?
Well, anyhow,
Yeah, thanks to our program sponsors, Building Resiliency, Building Health.
Building
And
Resiliency.
it is an awareness month, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Suicide Awareness Month.
Suicide prevention.
Suicide prevention. Look to the show description in the on the video and the podcast, and you'll find links to the various entities. And also, I think we're gonna have a phone number on there too. So,
Sweet.
with that being said, today, Jason, we are talking about
What do we want to talk about?
eating.
Yes. I love to talk about food.
So do I.
Just
I
kidding.
love food,
Yeah, food.
which is weird because I don't know. I guess because I'm kind of have like a slender frame, you don't really associate eating with that. But I love to eat. It's good. I like to make good food.
Doesn't everybody love
good food?
Everybody
Unless you have an eating disorder, I guess.
have to eat.
You have to eat.
You have to eat.
If you don't, you'll die.
It's
Right?
true.
You think?
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
The it really affects your running though, right? Eating.
Running
Some
and eating.
people can eat whatever they want and run, but I think if you really want to get healthy, unhealthy eating will catch up to you eventually.
It will. I never ever watched what I ate. Watching what because up until, I'm not even lying, man, about a year or two ago, my metabolism was so active that I never ever gained weight, and so I was never really mindful about even like bad food, just because I never felt like I had to, but I probably should have. I mean, like cholesterol and blood sugar and things of that nature, I probably should have been keeping track of, but I was just kind of based on like how I felt and how what my weight was, and it never ever fluctuated. It was always steady since I was a junior in high school until I was in my mid 30s, where I could eat what I wanted and I had to worry about the consequences. Plus, there in my 30s, I picked up running along the way. So I think if my metabolism was coming down a little bit, my running kind of counteracted it. So my eating in the time was still not good. I mean, I would eat, just name something bad, I probably ate it. I mean, if you would have gave me
Rocky Mountain oysters.
If you gave me a cup full of grease, I probably would have drank it. I'm not gonna lie, it was like that bad. I was like
a cup full of grease?
Just give me a greasy cheeseburger and I'll eat it. Oh,
yeah. I probably...
Then I'll mop up the plate with the grease with the bun and
oh, man, my stomach's hurting. Tell me.
So it wasn't until just like a year or two ago that I started trying to be more mindful about the things that I ate. Because
when this show started, right?
When the show started, yeah. And I think it was because all our guests were mindful of the way they ate. And I was like, maybe I should do this.
It's pretty interesting how we get influenced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I did notice my metabolism taking a dive, and I wasn't running as much, and I was putting on some weight. I was like, holy moly, this is weird. I liked it at first, and I was like, I don't like it.
You liked it at first?
Because I'd play basketball, and
use your weight to box out and stuff?
I couldn't. I never ever could do that because I was always so...
Yeah.
I had like a light frame, even though I was tall, so a lot of the time I was down. I'd find myself playing like with bigger guys who were like just more solid and like had more mass, and I was like, I want to try this out, but I never even played basketball anymore at my new weight. So
yeah, I think my weight's gone up and down. I don't really watch it, but this last time, I've already told this story, but when I got into it, I started walking just a mile a day, and I didn't want to tell anybody or celebrate anything like that, and just I was afraid that if I talked about it, I would lose it.
Yeah,
because I see a lot of people are really excited and they share what they want to do and share their changes, but and then they fizzle out.
Yeah.
So I just thought, well, I want to do it privately and have that private victory is more than anything, and I just kind of wanted to keep it. And then my son challenged me. He said, you should eat right. And I was like, okay. And he was like, no, for real. You always say you're going to, but
yeah,
you should. And then he bet me $50. So I was like, all right. And then I kind of started just being more mindful and aware of how different foods made me feel.
Yeah.
Especially in our profession and in working with so many people, you have to be on top of your mental game and kind of keep your emotions in check. And I didn't like in the afternoons how I would have like brain fog, kind of like tired and want to take a nap and confused all the time. And then I noticed there were certain foods that actually gave me that feeling of tiredness.
Really?
So I just started, every time I found those foods, I would cut them out and just like, oh, I don't want that anymore. And I don't want that anymore. And
how many times would you like eat that food where you said, I know it's that food? Would you give it
a few times?
Would you make sure?
Yeah, I would. I would.
So I don't know. It might not have been this burrito. Let me give it another shot.
No, man, there's certain beans I can't have because I'll fall asleep.
The beans will make you sleepy?
There. No, like for real. Like
really?
The family laughs, but like, man, I'll get really drowsy. So I just don't have them.
I wonder if the beans have.
I wonder if it's a mild food allergy. I don't know.
Really?
But just becoming
black beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, any type of bean.
Pinto. Yeah, pinto.
Interesting.
I wonder if it is. I don't get sick. I just got really super drowsy and just like feel like bleh.
Maybe there's like some sort of weird tryptophan.
Something like that. So there was different foods that made me feel like fry bread.
Yeah.
Fried foods. It just make me feel crappy.
All fried foods.
And so I tried to just avoid all that stuff. And
how were you keeping track? Was this all mental, or were you keeping like a food journal?
I had a little. I'd write the stuff down.
I think you got to do that because I try to do things like memorize things, and I can't memorize things anymore.
I really did have like a paper, and I would eat, and then about 10 or about 15, 20 minutes later, I would try to check in and find out how I was feeling.
That's smart.
And then I'd start noticing.
And a little bit crazy, but smart.
I started noticing like, hey man, I'm still feeling good. Because some stuff gives you the bump and then a big crash. Yeah. And then when you eat, you get out of that sugar cycle, that sugar like addiction. It's like you're on an even keel, like you're just even. It's better than the ups and downs. So
did it kind of go along with like, since you're just doing a lot of research at the time for your degree, that it was easy to just kind of incorporate that into your life, I think?
Yeah, I was reading a few blogs and stuff, and one of them was the framing, I guess, of nutrition, rather than saying nutrition or diet, because diet's kind of like a dumb word. They reframed it as like fueling and exercise. I thought that, or fueling and training sounds cooler than diet and exercise. I could do that. I don't want to diet and exercise, do aerobics.
Even though they're both the same thing?
Yeah, even though they're the same thing, I had to be like, somehow, be more Spartan warrior like. Anyways,
diet.
But reframing that and some of the stuff I was doing today, so basically it's you're hacking your body.
Yeah.
If your body is this complex organism, whatever you put in it is going to affect it.
Yeah.
So we should be aware of what we put in it.
That's true.
And it was pretty, yeah.
I'm pretty aware of what I put in my vehicle. I make sure not to put a different type of gas or diesel or anything else.
I put the wrong kind of antifreeze in my truck once and it got all gunked up. See. I guess there's like an orange kind and a green kind. They're different.
One's good for dogs and one's...
It was all gunked up in my radiator.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. No,
you don't. I've been putting green antifreeze in my food. Apparently I've been eating the green antifreeze this whole time. Based on my diet, metaphorically speaking.
No, it scared me. That's bad stuff, isn't it?
But I know, because I got my when I got my primary care physician all lined out, they gave me
my primary care.
I got my blood work done, which I never got done in my life.
There's very few natives who have.
Me and Gary did it.
I didn't even understand a lot of that stuff.
They just pretty much check. It's like going to getting your car a diagnostic. So,
I've never done that either.
This is running good. This is running. This probably use some work. Blah blah blah. This and that.
Would you encourage others to do that?
I would. It's better to know. I mean, because we could be walking around and be borderline diabetic, and we wouldn't even know it until you got checked.
I would want like a really happy doctor telling me this stuff, because some just like they want to doom you. You're doomed. And I'd be like, no. And
you just need to get over that and get checked, Jason.
I'm not going to do the full diagnostic, though.
Give me the half diagnostic,
doctor. Give me the half diagnostic.
How much is it for the half? I'll just take half of the blood. And it's cool because they have like...
Is there gloves involved?
They when they get the labs, there's like a bunch of different vials, and they have to do them in a certain order because certain blood, like a certain like amino or whatever, will come out first, and then they can't test it further on down the road, so they got to... That's kind of like in the order.
You took a lot of blood, huh?
Quite a bit of blood. I was a little woozy afterwards, but I made it. I had some orange juice. But that I was still, all my levels were pretty good in the range of my blood sugar, because diabetes runs pretty rampant in my family. That was mainly I never knew. I was like, maybe I do, maybe I don't. I won't know, because one day one of us will just wake up and be sick, and then we'll go, oh, you're diabetic. So I was thinking maybe I should get ahead of that before that, because diabetes is manageable, and it's if you don't have it, you can take steps to make sure you don't get it if you're just careful.
Yeah, it's preventable, or type 2 is preventable, correct?
Yeah, so I was on the cusp of that. I was in the normal, but I was kind of like a higher normal, not like scary bad, but they said maybe just keep an eye on that. So I started trying to be more mindful and cognizant of the things I was putting in my body as a result. So I mean, if you have these apprehensions of knowing your body, I mean, it's better to know than to not know, I think. So I encourage you to go get it checked.
Yeah.
Get a PCP, primary care provider.
Well, they change out so much, right?
I don't know. They've been there.
What if you get to know one and then they transfer out?
That's just a risk you're willing to have to take.
Afraid of loss.
I deal with yeah. So I did that, and I think I don't know if I was eating healthy by that time yet. I might have been. I'm pretty sure I was. I'm not sure, because that was a small window when I was eating really healthy. When did coronavirus strike? That was the end of it.
Like it struck a while ago, but we knew about it in March. So when the quarantine started, you quit eating healthy?
I couldn't. All that was available to me was bad food.
It seems like it's for real though, when we're trying to start a new habit. Because we have this old habit. When a stressful situation hits, it's real easy to fall back into our old routine.
Very easy. That's why people like relapse, and yeah, I relapsed right back into the greasy food.
Just fell right back into the Funyun bag, huh?
Yep. And I was doing good too, man. I was proud of myself. then I was just waiting to kick my training into high gear, and this was going to be my year. But just took the wind right out of my sails.
Let's take advantage of this time right now.
Yeah. So, do you have any?
That's really true. I like this song by you ever heard of the Giant Panda Gorilla Dub Squad?
I've never heard of the Giant Panda Gorilla Dub Squad.
The Giant Panda Gorilla Dub Squad.
Who are they? What are they?
A fabulous reggae band.
Sing us a song. No, we can't. We probably have to pay for it.
Oh, okay. Anyways, I really like reggae music.
Me too, but I've never heard of them.
And one of their songs, it's called Ginger Juice.
Yeah.
Here the word says, I become what I put into myself. I can eat my way to good health. And then so I thought about that a lot, and it's pretty good. We do.
What are they? Are they like health conscious reggae people, or
must be health conscious?
Interesting lyric for.
Yeah, and it was talking about I bet you they're like vegan or something. Who knows what they are, but.
Well, they're definitely hippies, so...
Hippie-ish.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
They could be. But that's true, though. I think being conscious and being aware and is definitely a part of being spiritual. You're a spiritual being. You can control your body rather than being controlled by appetites and urges. And, yeah, it's really a part of, even running... forcing your body to get up and run, and you're in charge of your life, you're in charge of your body, and putting the flesh down, some people call it, and even eating can become a spiritual practice that I think is really helpful. Like, I was actually reading something, and there was this guy, and he just had a really excellent spirit, and I'm going to butcher this story, but they asked him about it, and how was he so good at things he was doing, and he basically said, well, when I eat, I eat. When I sit down, I sit down. And when I'm visiting family, I'm visiting family. As opposed to some people, when they eat, they're not there eating. Their mind is somewhere else. Like, they're not present and in the moment. And a lot of times, they're maybe they want to eat healthy, but they fall back into the habit, and they just eat without even thinking about what they're doing. Or anyway, it's pretty cool. Made me think a lot, like, to be present in the moment.
Yep. Need to be present when I do anything. So when I'm sitting here doing this podcast and I'm thinking about everything, I'm not being present.
Go ahead and look at your notes, though, because we don't want the lag time.
No, I was here for this. I'm thinking about.
But anyways, that's pretty helpful. Like, I think eating can be a spiritual thing, because that time when I was teasing my cousin, one of my cousins was like, I used to run and be in shape, and kind of like tell they were mad that. Or they weren't mad, but I was
they
like,
were
cool.
somehow.
Huh?
They were somehow.
I said, but now I'm just waiting for, in the end when I get my glorified body.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know if you'll make it. The Lord won't be able to pick you up because you'll be chubby for the rapture. I said it funnier than that, but that's...
Just his clothes will come off?
Just kidding. Then she was like, hey! And I was like, and Pebble was like, you quit it, leave her alone. Yeah. Anyways, forgive me. That was a bad joke.
It's jacked up, but it's funny.
But I think there's a lot of other things that are socially acceptable, but fueling, I think, if we fueled correct in our community, it would really help a lot of families
be
more healthy.
I think we... I think collectively, and I don't know what everybody else is eating, but I don't think I'm wrong by saying that as a whole, I don't think we eat that well.
We're in a food desert. Is that what it's called?
Is it? Is that what Cheryl said?
Yep. Food desert.
Food desert. We're out in the desert and we just gonna eat what's here.
Just cactus.
They're just cactus.
A couple lizards.
Some horny toads. One time, sidebar, I went running one time, and there was about 10 squished frogs on the trail.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what that's about, huh?
Strange.
Weird. Anyhow, all we have to eat is squished frogs and cactus. Do you know how you get the spines off a cactus to get to the meat inside of it? You burn it.
You what?
You burn them.
That's how you make holy water too, right?
Burn the hell and the thorns right off of them.
But that, yeah, if we did eat better, and I know everyone's different, but it would really nice to see our entire community get healthier, and because we can prevent type 2 diabetes, and we can come out of obesity and come out of habits. And I don't think you need to starve yourself. That's not productive, but fuel differently.
Yep.
To start fueling differently.
Yeah, you see some people that are real super conscious about like the way they feed their like their livestock or their like their racehorses or something. And I don't know. I mean, if I had a prize racehorse, don't get me wrong, I'd take care of it. But I'd probably want to take, if given the chance, who's going to live, the horse or you? I'd probably going to pick myself. But yet I'm taking care of something else better than I take care of myself, which I don't know. I don't get the priorities there. I mean, it seemed like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's like it doesn't take that hard to take care of yourself. You just gotta set some different priorities, I guess, and do it. I mean, it's not that hard. Granted, eating healthy isn't always the most tasty sometimes.
Your taste buds change though, right?
Yeah, they do. I mean, like, just take a little thing, eating a salad for lunch every day. I got to a point where I was looking forward to it. Oh my God, I can't wait to get home and get my salad. Put some beans on there, some olives, a little bit of vinaigrette.
There was me and the wife got one salad. And what was it? A Greek salad with quinoa?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it said chawino. Just kidding.
Like, give me some of the chawino.
That's what she have some of that chawino salad. But quinoa and then the little different leaves had different tastes. That might be like common sense for someone else, but I didn't even know. I was like, what is this? And she said, that's arugula. I was like, what's arugula? I didn't even know what arugula, but it was good. Yep. But before, I think when I wasn't eating healthy, because a lot of it was high fructose corn syrup and processed, like it really just stunned your taste bud. And you couldn't taste anything really good and subtle, like an avocado. Like they taste so good, but it's like a subtle flavor. Or green tea. Green tea is.
I don't know about green tea, but I know
it's a subtle flavor.
Yeah.
And it's
what does it taste like?
It tastes like peace.
Be a tea connoisseur and tell me the notes. Notes
like
of green
peace.
Tea. Tastes like peace.
One time we went to the a multicultural whatever.
One of those things, huh?
One of them things where all the exchange students in Bozeman were sharing some of their recipes.
Oh, yeah. I forgot what that's called.
Man, that was fun.
Was it? What'd you guys eat?
There were some students from Japan, and they made green tea ice cream. And that was so good.
Was it?
It was good.
Nice.
Yep.
Do you remember that one video of that lady eating an octopus and was like kind of squirming around in her mouth?
Yeah.
They should have brought one of those.
Did I tell you about that?
Huh.
Well, when I was a teacher, one of my students was trying to talk about that. I was watching TV, and teacher, they were eating this octopus, and the tentacles were all over. But he didn't say tentacles. He said something else.
Did he say testicles?
Yeah. And I didn't laugh. And then another kid said, what was that? And then he said, he didn't say it, but he was like, the tentacles were going all over the place. And then he said that. It's pretty funny.
How'd you keep a straight face?
You have to working with.
There's been times where I couldn't. I just excused myself for a little bit.
I think when you're in the classroom, you develop like this emotional joke fortitude. You just kind of save that for later.
Yeah.
Save that one for later. That was really funny, yeah.
That's good stuff. Sorry about that, folks.
What happened?
Nothing happened, huh? Nothing at all. So anyhow, I got a few things for eating.
Yeah.
Some of my research here is that we want to keep it simple. You want to get all super duper fancy schmancy, go to Whole Foods or whatever.
Yeah.
And just, don't overcomplicate it. Something like just low fat, low fiber, High carbs will boost your energy.
I don't like high carbs, me. Unless they're good carbs, like from fruit or from veggies.
Yeah, that's where you should get most of your carbs from.
Not from Twix or Snickers.
Something high in carbs will boost your energy without upsetting your stomach.
Without crashing.
Yeah. Or I'm trying to relate it to like going out on a run.
Oh yeah.
So if you're trying to eat and run, try to do fresh snacks, not packaged. If something is processed, there's some things that are a little more processed than other things. And nothing's coming to mind right now, but like a package of dates or something.
Like potato chips.
There's some
isn't
less processed potato chips. Is it rice chips? The ones that are air fried? If it doesn't have that long of a shelf life, it's probably a little bit better than...
If it has a short shelf life, it's healthy for you?
It's more healthy, I think. You think?
What about so kind of before we were talking about daily eating kind of, right?
Yeah.
But now we want to talk about eating and running?
Eating and running.
Yeah.
Because I think when we go off runs, especially if you're like someone who runs consistently, everything that you eat is going to be fueling your run, and you're going to feel it. So
you feel it right away too, huh?
Yeah, definitely. And you can feel something's off here. I wonder what it's something to hate.
What's your favorite running eats?
On the run?
Yeah, like on the trail during the race.
During the race, besides like blocks and tailwind and stuff.
Yeah. So we use those kinds of products though, right? During the race, we'll use
those are like
gels and stuff like that.
I don't ever. I like the only like kind of solid food I can think of that I ever carry with me will be the wafer.
Oh, those caramel wafers.
Yeah, I take those. Those are delicious, man. They're sweet and nice texture, and it just
take a whole roll. They're about as big as a Pringles.
What?
Take the whole roll out with you.
A whole roll of them, huh?
Yeah, take a whole roll of them.
The ones like
just kidding.
The honey stingers, they come packaged, so I can't take a whole roll.
There's 2 of them in the package, right?
One.
Only one?
I only have one.
I don't know, but in my mind, like there's a whole bunch of them.
Man, I was looking forward to my one, and like I'll know how many are in there. Like, when I get here, that's gonna be my reward. I'm gonna eat that. It's gonna be delicious. I'm gonna power on home. Then I saw a guy just hurting, and like I didn't even think about it either. I just pulled out of my pack and said, "This is gonna help this guy." So I gave it to him. Man, he was in bad shape too. I felt bad for him. He probably shouldn't have been out there. I was all right. I felt good about my deed, and after I was like, "Oh crap, I wanted to eat that too." Hopefully they have something good for me down there.
You gave it away?
Yeah.
When them endorphins are kicking in and you're enjoying life, it's real nice to be. It's easy to be good.
It's real easy to be good. Well, I probably gave that to him anyhow, but I think it's always easy to be good.
For
me,
some,
anyhow.
it's easier than others. How about I like fruits are good, like berries, strawberries, blueberries,
high fiber.
The devil's backbone. I had some. Eric took some actually, and he shared his strawberries and blueberries at the turnaround, and then I had a banana out there.
Yeah,
it's good.
I'd be scared to take fruit in my pack because I just feel like it would get squished.
Yeah,
or warm, turn into a yogurt real quick.
Out in the wild, though, berries are warm on the tree. I think we just get used to.
I don't eat those either.
You don't eat those?
No.
We had some gooseberries at Wyoming. They're pretty good.
I'm too, like, even though I know that this is probably safe to eat, like the raspberries or the strawberries, I'm like, maybe it's just that one that's not, and I just eat it. I don't want to take a chance.
As long as there's no mold or spiders, man, I just eat them.
Yep. Just goes to confirm I'm not as Indian as I think I am.
Civilized.
A little too.
Just kidding.
I'm a little too somehow. As a kid, though, I remember eating. I'd eat choke cherries and the crab apples and buffalo berries and June berries.
You can eat them rose hips.
I think just the older I get, I'm always just worried. It's like when you misspell or you do a simple math problem in your head that you know is right, but then you grab your calculator and check just to make sure you did it right. Or you did your password and you messed up one letter, so you delete that letter, but you'll just delete the whole thing just to make sure you typed it in right. Eating wild berries for me is like that. I was like, this just might be the wrong one. I might be wrong. I don't want to be out here getting
Oh, you mean like
Shigella on the trail. Dysentery or something.
You mean like you don't know what berries are which, and you're just gonna be careful?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I know this is probably the one I should eat. I can eat, that's safe to eat, but there's a part of it in the back of my brain that just by chance it.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
But if like we're around here, I know what the berries are. But like if I'm out running somewhere, it's like
I'm not gonna eat nothing that I don't know anything about, though.
Yeah, I mean, even if
I don't know, I do at restaurants, so they're like, try this. I'm like, okay.
Anyhow, that was a long tangent about nothing.
How about
you gotta bring me back in on those.
How about recovery?
Recovery. I have something good for recovery here. I don't.
So what does recovery mean?
You just like when you're running and your body uses like fuel and like different supplement nutrients and things that your body has will take from itself and give to like what needs it. You got to replenish those things. So immediately after a run, within 20 minutes, you should have something that's going to replenish those. Maybe like a light snack, maybe some. Do I have it written down? Oh, hold on. Where the heck did I put it? Okay, here we go. A protein-rich snack. After a workout, it's going to help repair your muscle and your carbs to restore your energy stores, and it kickstarts the recovery process if you do that within that 20-minute window after you work out. So then workout, even though you're tired and maybe sometimes it's a little hard to eat, especially after a hard workout, give it a little bit of time, put something in your body, then you'll recover a lot better.
Yeah, you can feel the difference too. Mm-hmm. That's the only time I've ever used up like a protein is when I started running, because after each run I would drink some protein for recovery, chocolate protein, and there was like low sugar. I forgot what kind it was, but I got it at Costco.
Yeah.
And some people like chocolate milk. I can't do milk.
Lactose?
I don't know. Yeah.
Or just chocolate milk.
Some people like chocolate milk, but
I like chocolate milk. I was doing that.
I like the taste too, but I don't like later on cramps and.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they did chocolate milk because it just has a good ratio and balance of all the stuff that you need to replenish the stuff. So it's kind of like a little magic. Coincidentally, it's kind of lined up with the things that you need.
Isn't it weird that we're the only adult mammals who still drink milk?
Well, we don't drink it from the
the other mammals quit drinking milk.
I'm sure if those mammals could get, I can give a dog milk. If I put milk in a saucer, a dog will come by and drink and say, "Thank you." I haven't had this forever.
That's real. It's good. The dogs around here still talk.
Yeah. These dogs don't wear clothes either or drive. We do.
They use forks and spoons too.
Yep. Chimps will use utensils.
Chimps?
Yeah. They'll use like a stick and stab it in an ant mound and pull it out and eat the ants off the stick.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool.
And they'll learn sign language. Coco, the famous gorilla.
Coco?
They got her a kitten.
Yeah.
I think it was a kitten. And I guess she liked to joke around too. Or like, I forget what it was, but the handlers came back one morning and they found that the big metal sink was ripped off the wall. And Coco and her little kitten were sitting there, and she sign language that it was the cat.
She blamed it on the cat. Yeah. Did you ever see Superman's video?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Coco's talking. That's pretty funny. We'll have to share that. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite, your personal favorite recovery stuff?
I just like to tough it out.
Really?
Just make my body tough it out.
Like a dry meat, huh?
No, I just make sure I'm rehydrated.
Yeah.
I think
straight water or Gatorade?
Mainly water. If there's Gatorade, I'll have some, but mainly water. Water and some coffee.
How about a long one? Like
after, like, say if we're at a race and they have like stuff afterwards, depending on like I ran a road half marathon, and I kind of run a little faster, so I kind of exert a lot more. So at the end, man, I was just famished, and I just came tumbling into that little food table, grabbing all sorts of bagels and quarter oranges and bananas and just
anything, oranges and watermelon.
Everything.
You do have to take care of your body, though, and make sure you're fueling right, because if you run out of electrolytes, you can quit breathing.
Mm-hmm. What's that called again?
I don't know, but it was kind of scary.
I forget what that's called.
One of our friends, remember, quit breathing, and that was kind of scary.
Yeah. You gotta... We're like vehicles. We have gas tanks. Keep them topped off or don't run them straight down to nothing. Then it's not going to work.
I like, when I'm running long runs, I like Cliff Bars. Every now and I have one of them. Scratch.
Mm-hmm.
I like Scratch, those little gels, or even I got some Scratch green tea.
Yeah.
Like a green tea, whatever.
Yeah.
It tastes good. And then,
so you use a Scratch and turn it into a drink?
Yep.
Okay.
It's like a sports drink kind of type deal. And then, I like Spring Energy, some of their stuff. Doesn't taste sweet, so if people are into sweet stuff, they probably won't like that, but it's like real fruit and...
It kind of doesn't have like a thicker texture?
No.
One time I thought it was like kind of tapioca-ish.
Yeah, it kind of is, huh?
Yeah. I thought it wasn't, yeah.
But that stuff never messes with my stomach. Then afterwards, I like, whatever.
I used to like gels, but I kind of switched from gels to blocks.
One time...
I did personally.
Yeah. I don't like I like Cliff Blocks, but for some reason I can't eat the goo blocks.
Really?
Yep.
They seem exactly the same to me.
They give me gut bombs.
Really?
Unless it's just all in my head.
Maybe I need to keep a block journal
You
to
should.
make sure I go back and reevaluate. But here's some tips. So when you want to eat clean, I'm doing rabbit ears here.
Clean.
Rabbit ears.
Rabbit ears.
L. Cummins 2020. That's an
APA format.
Did you not know I meant rabbit ears quotes?
Uh-huh.
I think it was just some sort of...
I was like, rabbit ears? That got rabbit ears. So we were talking about research and...
We were talking through text too, so there was another level of... And I was asking Jason... I just should have said quotation marks. I didn't. Instead of saying quotation marks, I said rabbit ears.
How do you use rabbit ears? And I'm like, what the hell?
First, you bend the wire and you plug it in the back of your TV.
I thought that and put tinfoil on top. And then I thought, I don't know what's going on.
So anyhow, if you want to eat clean, rabbit ears. Before you go to the grocery store, create a list. If you go trying to eat clean without a list, you can get distracted pretty easily. So go into the grocery store with a plan of attack. And when you go buy those bad foods, those dirty foods, and they're just beckoning towards you and calling you and catcalling your name, you have a plan. Come, put me in your mouth. Whatever they do.
That's so messed up.
You can just go right by that food red light district and straight to the healthy stuff.
Food red light district.
So plan it out. Figure out what you're going to eat.
And don't be hungry when you go shopping, right?
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
It's the worst.
But if you get your food card...
If you get your food card from... Go take advantage.
I go crazy, but...
I went a little crazy that one time. Yeah.
But that one interesting thing is the high sugar addiction. It is an addiction. It's probably not as harmful as other addictions, but in the long run, it's harmful. It causes type 2 diabetes and all that bad stuff. But they've linked it to mental health issues.
Eating? Bad eating?
Yeah, bad eating. Because if you think about it, when you're just eating junk food, you have little mood swings. But just think years and years of those mood swings and ups and downs and anger fits. And we joke about it and call it hangry.
Yeah.
Like angry with a H. I was just hangry.
I believe it. I know it.
So like it has been linked with mental health stuff, and I guess eating healthier creates positive mental health, and it's easier to have a positive outlook when you're in charge of your body and you're fueling right, and it is helpful.
It's easier to be positive if you're not hangry.
If you're not hangry.
And then you don't need a Snickers to do it. You could have some carrots, or that doesn't sound as good as a Snickers, but it does the same job, and
I would rather have carrots right now than a Snickers.
My son likes celery.
Yeah.
Peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Almond butter is good. You ever tried that?
Yep.
That's good, huh?
I tried to put it into my coffee one time just to see what it did.
Almond butter?
It didn't dissolve. It just kind of had a bunch of...
Sure, it wouldn't dissolve. Kind of like how peanut butter wouldn't dissolve.
Well, butter dissolves.
Yeah, butter.
Almond butter doesn't dissolve in your coffee.
One time I tried to make peanut butter when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
And commodity peanuts and commodity butter. And I smashed some things together for like an hour, and no peanut butter came of the ordeal.
Remember the commodity peanut butter you would get?
Oh, man.
It was like mortar. So you had to put the caramel syrup in it.
You can build a brick house out of that thing.
Mix it up a little.
When you get fancy, you'd get the commodity raisins and peanuts and make your own trail mix.
For the commodities, mine was always after the fruit cocktail.
Yep, those were... Do you remember when Desert Storm happened and they brought all the old army food to Lodgegrass?
I think, yeah.
That little orange juice. All the kids around town were all eating the MREs.
We got MREs one time when I was firefighting, and it didn't say what was on there. Or not like full. It was like, I think I had like a little like, remember like some plastic packages would have like a best by date, but it's hard to see.
Uh-huh.
I think I had the label on there, but they would kind of dump them out, and we were all kind of scrambling to grab which one. People were like kind of filming them, but for the most part, it was just kind of like you had to hope you got a good one, because there were some strange things in there.
In the MREs?
Yeah, because remember how you cook them? That comes with that bag. You pour water in it, and it heats up.
Stinks, huh? Whatever that chemical is stinks.
It's like sulfur or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyhow, then you put like the entree bag, which you still don't know what it is, in there, and you heat it up. And one of my buddies, we were all kind of saying, "Oh, we kind of squishing around. This feels like a stew or some sort of something."
Yeah. And
I think I had like beef stew, which was good. And my buddy opened his, like, it was real steaming too, and kind of tore it open. It looked like he opened up a pack of cigars, a whole bunch of like kind of hot dogs. Oh man,
some weenies in there.
As long as we could take them back, either. They just kind of gave us the right amount for each crew. I had a pound cake. There was a pound cake. Was
it a pound?
It was about half a pound.
False advertising.
It was pretty dense, though. What am I gonna do with this?
That's the word that commodity peanut butter is dense.
Mm-hmm. It was good times. I like it. That wasn't the best healthy eating. Also,
do you think on the reservation, probably in the inner city, where the only people know about commodities, maybe in Appalachia too.
In the Appalachians,
maybe them too.
I think if you're on welfare, you know commodities.
Really?
You don't think so? They don't have commodities everywhere else?
I don't think they have commodities in Billings, do they?
What?
I think they just have food stamps.
We didn't get food stamps. They just gave us commodities?
Yeah.
No.
One or the other. You get one or the other.
Really?
Everybody makes a mad dash to the commodity house to get the good stuff. Fighting over the luncheon meat.
I was sitting on my cart, and it wasn't even like a cart. It was like if you go to Sam's Club and you mean business and you grab the big cart, not the normal one, the one that you could pile water on. It's just pretty much like a platform with wheels. I remember sitting on that in the commodity house, and my mom was kind of going up and down.
I remember going to the commodity house in Lodgegrass. It's the Head Start now, the Head Start building.
It was fun.
A big line, then they let one person in at a time, and they really have a checklist. I was a little guy wondering what was going on.
I just thought that was shopping.
I didn't know there was anything different about it.
No, they got to have commodities elsewhere. We got to figure this out. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Somebody let us know. I don't think there's commodities elsewhere. Inner city, reservation, maybe Appalachia.
Maybe the Appalachians, but I'm pretty sure we might have had commodities somewhere.
Really?
Our listeners in Texas, did you have commodities? Let us know.
What if they're on a reservation in Texas or in the inner city?
How's the weather down there?
How's the weather?
What goes with healthy eating too is making sure you're hydrated.
Yeah.
A lot of times we can mistake hunger for just being dehydrated or being thirsty. So,
did you ever hear that when you were little? I'm hungry.
Drink some water.
I'm hungry. Drink some water.
Oh. They would just give me some commodities.
Let's give me some chamads. Chamad bod.
But you want to stay hydrated. It's not just for like when you're working out throughout the day. You need to being hydrated will fully. It'll regulate your temperature help move your waste through your body. It's good for joint lubrication, and it flushes out damaged cells. Stay hydrated. And you just don't get water from or you don't
from water.
You don't get water from water. You can get it from coffee too.
Coffee?
No, just kidding. You don't need liquid to stay hydrated. You can get it from like fruits and vegetables.
Some days I didn't feel good, and I'd just be like, man, I need water. And you just drink a few cups of water and start feeling a little better.
Do you know a good rule of thumb of how much water you should drink a day?
How much?
Half your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you should drink 100 ounces of water a day.
How many ounces are in a pound?
8.
Really?
I don't know. Pretty sure it is.
How many ounces?
32.
I mean, how many ounces are in a gallon? I don't know. Measurement's not a strong suit.
8, 16, 32. I don't know. In a gallon? 64.
Yeah.
Let's check. How many ounces are in a gallon?
I have some political advice.
How many ounces are in a gallon?
Do you want to hear it?
It's 128 fluid ounces.
128?
I think I said 64. 62. Anyhow, so yeah, drink half your body weight in ounces. Don't drink 100 pounds. Drink
100 pounds of water, you might not.
You might not make it.
That's horrible. You ever drink a lot of water, like went through like just nothing but water, and then you start getting a headache?
Nothing but water? You get a headache?
Like maybe you're just going to drink water that day.
I never have.
And then maybe take 2 days just with water. You start like getting a headache. I don't know if it's caffeine withdrawals or toxins are leaving your body.
It could be. I don't know, because I've never not had coffee. I can't remember the last day I went without coffee.
Try it once. Just
that scares me. I've given up a lot. I'm not giving up my coffee. Maybe I would. I sound like someone who's asked to not drink. Also with eating, you want to get the proper balance. You want 55% of your total calories to come from your carbs, which includes like fruits and veggies. You should have 25% of your calories should come from protein, and 15 to 20% of your calories should come from unsaturated fats. So you don't have to get real specific with those numbers. Just take your dinner plate, half of it make salad or your veggies, then a quarter of that, half your meat or your protein, then the rest of it throw some Ritz crackers on there.
What's unsaturated?
So saturated fat, it has like, is it the good fat and the bad fat, where they have like?
Good fats are like from fruits, right? Or from like avocado. I don't know what that is you're doing.
I'm a visual thingy here.
Kind of going.
For those of you listening, Jason's kind of interlocking his fingers to model what an unsaturated fat is. I don't know how we're not. We should preface these things by saying we're not official licensed people.
Don't do anything dumb and blame it on us.
Yeah.
Don't be blaming us on
whatever. We're just like you. We just have a podcast and we film it. Okay? We've been doing it long enough. We picked up a little bit along the way. We wouldn't purposely try to steer you guys in the wrong direction or hurt anybody.
No, we don't want to hurt anyone.
Just take everything that I say with a grain of salt.
So if you take a banana out on the trail, the fun thing is after you eat the banana while you're running, to leave the peel on the trail.
Yep. Especially if someone's close behind you.
Yep.
This lady posted something and she said, I was walking through my house and slipped on the banana, like, and fell down. She said, I just laid on the ground laughing because I couldn't get over the irony or something like that. It doesn't sound ironic, but
I seen a banana peel on our kitchen floor once, and not today, Satan.
I almost ran over a banana peel, and I gave it like second thought. I was like,
on the street?
No, driving down on the interstate. I kind of braced myself. I was like, oh.
Because this is Mario Kart?
Yeah. It's like, what if it actually skids me off the road?
I've never stepped on one yet, but I might try it out just to see if they're really slippery.
Let's try it. It's Mythbuster, this banana peel.
Let's do this.
They had to come from somewhere, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So, other rules, the bigger the meal, the more time to digest. That goes without saying. So Jason used to recommend running on a full, hearty meal.
I did that a few times just to try it.
Just to make your body used to it.
Felt like my lungs were real tiny and I couldn't breathe.
Well, I don't think you gorge yourself to where your organs move like a pregnant lady. But
I tried it. It was barely in it. Air getting in my airbags.
Just drink a lot of water.
Have you ever ate that much or felt like you couldn't breathe?
I've never eaten so much that I couldn't breathe, to be honest.
I have.
I ate I had the meat sweats once. Does that count?
Are the meat sweats real?
I think they're real. I ate like a big old steak, and when I got done, I saw like you know, like when you get really embarrassed and your body kind of has like that reaction.
Yeah.
And, like you feel like yourself get real sweaty, like kind of flushed. It was
Sweats.
oh my god, I think I'm having the meat sweats.
Is that something in the common, not like common, like people say meat sweats?
I thought it was like kind of a funny slang someone had said, but like in a joke, but I got the meat sweats more than once. Yeah. But
oh, shucks.
so yeah, the bigger the meal, the more time to digest. Have a protein-rich snack within 20 minutes of a workout. I already said that. Sometimes, just like I would like to train my body. I would have like a full meal. I wouldn't eat till my lungs were full though. I would just, I would eat a full meal, and I'd already be ready to run. I tie my shoes and I go run. I was able to train my body to do that. So you could do things where like you shouldn't do if you just train your body to do that. Sometimes it's suggested to maybe if you know your workout or your run's going to be less than an hour, go out on an empty stomach once, just so you know.
Did you know the meat sweats are on the internet?
What does it say?
According to the ever-dependable Urban Dictionary, meat sweats refer to the excessive buildup of perspiration that happens after eating massive quantities of meat. Massive quantities of meat.
I don't think mine was a massive quantity though.
Then it says, are meat sweats a real thing?
Are they? What does it say?
Protein is the hardest macronutrient to digest. So with a massive influx of protein, the body goes into overdrive to break it down.
So
Don't eat meat before you run.
if you looked at my dinner plate, half of it was meat and not salad. So it was half meat and a quarter. My ratios were all wrong.
Ratios
I didn't have the golden ratio of food where it's on 50% veggies and
meat sweats are real.
yeah, I had the meat sweats.
It says
Does it say you could eat so
the
much that
body
you'll move your
core
lungs?
goes into overdrive to break it down, causing you to sweat like a hungry kid in a candy shop. Meat sweats will happen for some immediately after eating, while others may feel the effects later on and wake up drenched in sweat in the middle of the night.
Wow.
Wow. It doesn't seem like a good thing.
That reminded me
something to shoot for.
of Augustus Klaus in the Chocolate Factory. He just went crazy. So if you see this nice porterhouse on your plate, take 25% of it. Otherwise, you're going to get sweaty meat. Meat sweaty.
Sweaty meat. That's pretty good.
Sometimes I mix my words because.
That's pretty good. Sweaty meat.
Okay. Anything else for eating? Give it a try. Just it's easy to substitute one meal for a healthy meal, and you can start there. Then eventually that has a trickle down effect, and pretty soon you're conscious of the things you put in your body. Keep a journal.
Yeah, that'd be helpful. Encourage you to eat right.
Mm-hmm.
It pays off.
Yep.
Pays off. Make you a better family person. Make you a better runner.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. It pays off to.
Yep. Then if you have kids, you're exposing them to healthy, conscious foods. Because I think for a while they're even kind of right now. The only thing my kids will eat is like McDonald's, and we're trying to get them off of that. But
So good though.
they're so picky. I'm afraid they're going to starve to death after it gets to the point where like, I'm just glad you're eating something because you're not eating anything else, which is sad, but yeah.
Even your rice, they eat your rice.
They'll eat the rice.
Yeah, they eat your food.
The rice isn't healthy though. Isn't health conscious.
One time we did a 21-day juice cleanse. Me and the wife. Well,
Does that mean you just drink juice for 21 days?
We made our own juice, and we both did it. And bought a juicer, not a blender, but a juicer.
Mm-hmm.
And we did the mean green, they call it.
Yeah.
Green juice, and it was like green apples, celery, spinach, kale, a lemon, and a little bit of ginger, that stuff, and cucumbers.
Yep.
Did that for 21 days, and it's pretty fun.
Did you do it again?
I would. A lot of effort into getting the juice ready.
Did you take the kale off of the spine?
That's when I learned that kale is a dangerous plant. It'll break your juicer. I didn't even take it off. I just left it on there. The roots and pretty tough stuff.
If you take the leaf off and just the spine, you could use it as a whip.
I bet
A
you
lash.
could. When you're riding horses.
Yeah, a juice cleanse, huh?
I don't know. We were trying to cleanse. We just decided to drink juice for it won't work if you're just buying apple juice because the store-bought stuff is filled with a lot of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So we were actually having fresh vegetables and
Fresh
fresh
veggie
fruit
juice.
juice, and it was pretty helpful.
No solids whatsoever, huh?
Nope, no solids.
Dang, that'd be hard.
And then you gotta take something to get the enzymes back in your stomach that digest meat.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Really?
one time
So your first meal after your juice cleanse, how was that?
my first meal after that juice fast or juice cleanse, it wasn't really we just decided to juice. Hey, let's juice. So
Mhm.
me and the wife did that, and it wasn't a cleanse, I guess. We weren't trying to cleanse, but
Let's just call it a juice journey.
our juice journey.
There you go.
The first meal,
Do you remember?
I felt regret, like that's all. I should have kept going.
Really?
Yeah, it was like in my mind I thought I missed this food, but when I had it I was like, it's better in your head than in your mouth.
Was it like
Better in your mind than actually partaking of it.
do you think that goes with part of the things where we strip things away from us and we're forced to live without them, that we can live without them? It just makes us reevaluate things.
Like right now,
Yeah.
like we can live without the movie theater.
Yeah, we can. I'll be happy if they release all the movies on TV. Well, that was fun.
No.
I didn't have to drive home afterwards.
No, didn't have to spend $80 on popcorn.
I was wearing my sweatpants.
Got the meat sweats.
Got the meat sweats in compared to my own home. I walked 30 feet to my bedroom and went to bed. After waking up from the couch.
All right. I think it was kind of like that. Like there's some stuff we actually don't need.
So if you want to do healthy eating, if you want to eat healthy and you're worried about, I love Taco John's or McDonald's too much, I like greasy pizza or whatever, just take one meal, start from there. Maybe breakfast instead of having a breakfast burrito. I was eating like some yogurt with granola. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good. You know what I liked most about it? Even more than having the thing, was preparing it. Every morning I look forward to cleaning out my little jar and putting my yogurt in there and putting a little bit of crushed granola on top of it. I think it's because I used the mason jar and it looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I put it was fun. Then I'd carry that to work. And
I bought some sort of healthy cereal when I shopped the other day, and past couple of days I enjoyed it. I look forward. I'm gonna eat some of that in the morning. And
was it
get
grape
up early
nuts?
and- It wasn't grape nuts. It was like Kind. Remember those Kind bars? They make cereal now.
Oh, do they?
It's been kind of cool, but I think. Are you saying start small?
Yeah.
Start small and consistent.
Mm-hmm. Small steps. Don't worry about running 100 miles. Just worry about that first mile.
Small and consistent. Don't starve yourself. Just change how you're fueling.
Yep.
Change how you're fueling.
Reframe what you're eating.
You know what's really amazing?
Huh?
Is if you get out of that sugar addiction cycle. There's a film called That Sugar Film.
Yeah.
I encourage everyone to watch that. But if you get out of that sugar cycle addiction, you don't crave anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't crave food. You're just like.
I was listening to this thing. I think it kind of goes in line with it, where it was Will Smith actually. He was talking about when him and his buddies went out to the bar, and that night they said, we're going to go skydiving in the morning. They went skydiving, and he was thinking, why did I talk myself into this? And he was talking about the build up to everything, all the fear he was feeling, and the part where he should have been the most afraid, what he was afraid of, was the funnest part. He said, what I should have been afraid of was falling out of an airplane. He said, when I fell out of the airplane, it wasn't that bad. It was freeing. It was like liberating. It was fun. And I was scared the whole time up until that point. He said, I shouldn't have been scared being on the plane. I shouldn't have been scared strapping on all that stuff and everything else, because what I was actually thought that I was going to be afraid of was amazing. So where I was going with this is that we might be afraid of losing. I might not be able to have this food anymore, but once you start like taking it away, you'll realize that I really didn't even need that anymore. I mean, it was an addiction almost. And once you take those things away, once those things get their hooks out of you, you realize, hey, I don't need to eat bad all the time. I can be just as happy as I am right now eating clean. And that's what I want to encourage people to do, even if I don't. Because I used to love cream in my coffee. I would have a little bit of coffee with my cream. Okay? That's how bad it was. My coffee was like kind of really light tan. It was almost white. Splash of coffee in there. Anyhow, so when I decided part of my clean journey was I'm going to cut the cream out. Just little things like that. I'll still have some sugar in there, but like the creamy was like, And I thought, well, I'm never going to do that. I've never had coffee without cream, and I don't want to do that. But
did you use the sugar kind or sugar free?
For the cream, it was sugar.
Or just like real cream?
Sometimes I'd use real cream. Anything. Sometimes I'd put milk in there. That's why the one time I was trying to put almond butter in there and butter because I needed something in my coffee because I
just drink it black.
I'd never had black coffee, and now that's all I have coffee.
Yeah,
is black.
I like black coffee.
It's good. I can't imagine because I tried it with cream one time because where we were, I think I got it from like Starbucks or something like that. I was like, oh my God, this is like, it's not coffee anymore. It's something else. And yeah, and I was a creamy coffee guy, and I'm not
creamy
anymore.
Coffee guy.
So if you're a
bougie coffee guy, huh?
Yeah, if you're someone who's really into bad food, you think you are, and it's like, that's just the way I am. I can't imagine living without it. Take a baby step, and it'll lead into something else.
I agree.
Yep. So we hope you enjoyed that. Jason, you got any parting words?
Giant Panda Gorilla Dub Squad.
Giant Panda Gorilla Gub Squad.
Never trust a preacher or politician who can't see their own belt buckle.
What if you can see it for them?
I'm just kidding. Huh?
All right, everybody. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Take it back.
We hope you enjoyed the show. Join us next week when we have our amazing guest.
Is he going to be on next week?
If it's not next week, it's the weekend after that.
He was kind of worried about coming on.
Really?
Yeah. He's pretty scared we're going to share his identity.
And hopefully next time we'll have our graphics up on the thing.
Right, Bruce?
Technology, man, it's the worst. Hate
All
it.
right.
All right, everybody. La 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 la. Run hard and run like the ever-loving wind.